Hold up. Hope you're having a great day. I hope you're staying safe at home. Today, I want to talk about something simple. You know why we fail when it comes to achieving our goals. Now, why is this so important? Because everyone out there, all of us, have different goals. Some of us have health goals. We're trying to lose weight. We're trying to gain weight. We're trying to overcome maybe type 2 diabetes, type 1 Alzheimer's, cancer, whatever it is that's a goal to get better. Some of us may have financial goals. Some of us have relationship goals. Some of us have personal growth goals. At the end of the day, when we fail, it's really not about just a diet. It's really not just about your bank account. It's a lot. There are 3 things that you need to look at if you are constantly failing, or if you are looking at achieving your goals. Number 1, there's a goal, there is an expected result, and in between the goal and the result is a process. So, 3 parts of it. Now let's take the first part, a goal. If your goal isn't right, or if you keep changing your goal because you have the habit of constantly seeing what everyone else is doing today, you wake up with a goal and it's close to your heart, but it keeps changing because you're constantly comparing or, hooked on to everything in the outward world, and it keeps changing your goal, right? Then your process and result is also going to change. So number 1, have a clear goal. Clarity, crystal clear, comes from you, not from other people's lives. Can be inspired, but you make the decision because that's close to your heart. So that's it when it comes to goals. Clear goal. Now, the result is not in your control. The result is dependent on the process. So in between the goal and the result is a process. This is where most of us fail. We are not committed to the process. Okay, now when it comes to the process, there are a couple of things that you need to do. Number 1, you need to be committed to the process. If you're not committed to the process, the goal and the result, it's not going to match. So the number 1 thing is, when you commit yourself to a process, understand right up front, before you even start the process, there can be success, there can be failure, there can be difficulties, there can be ease, there could be happiness, sadness. It is part of the process. You are committing to it. A lot of people feel entitled, and when they commit to the process, they only expect it to go the right way. But life doesn't have to be that way. So when they're only committed, and they feel entitled that everything has to work out their way, that's when disappointment comes in, frustration, giving up, and all of that stuff, or more and more stress. But day 1, you commit to the process that, fine, this is my goal. I understand that the process may have ups and downs. You can wish it doesn't, but it may. So you're ready for it. You accept it. You understand that the process may be difficult. It may be easy. You could fall off track. You need to get back on. So the process, the commitment to the process, comes with an understanding that there are going to be ups and downs. That makes it easier for you to face failures or mistakes if failures happen, okay? It doesn't derail you. You step back, you look at what you can learn from the failures, make adjustments to your process. You make a mistake, you don't go crying and wallowing in self-pity and become a victim. You look at what you can learn from those mistakes, and you continue to commit to the process. If you need to make changes in the process, learning from those mistakes and failures, you do that, okay? So that's number 1, committing to the process. Number 2, being in understanding that the process can give you ups and downs, difficulties and all of that stuff. But if you really want the results from your goal, you need to commit to that process. Number 3, when there are distractions or derailments that come across in your life, like you're on that process, you're committed, but now you want to start spending more time on social media, example, or whatever it is, or you start spending more time drinking, smoking, socialising, and it's pulling you away from your committed process. Okay, that's when we all fail. We're not committed to the process enough, so we have to understand that the process is everything. Let's take an example, most common weight loss. Why do most people fail? You have a goal, you want to lose 10 kilos. Okay, that's the result. The expected result is to lose 10 kilos. The goal is to lose 10 kilos. The result is what you achieve. Now, what is the process in between? If the process that you need to commit to tells you that you've got to be careful of sugar, you've got to work out 6 times a week, you have to improve your sleep, you need to meditate to manage your stress levels, that's the process you need to commit to. But most people don't want to commit to that process. They want to commit to 1 out of 4 or 2 out of 4. So if you are not committed to the process, is it reasonable for you to get the expected or the desired result? It's not. It's not. That's the truth. But we start blaming and whining and complaining. You have to look and see. Was I committed to the process? If yes, you are going to get that result. In case you don't, then maybe you look beyond that. Maybe there's a hormonal problem you need to address. All of that stuff. Those are one of the ups and downs I'm talking about. But all of us today, if there is something that we're failing at, your job is to look at the process. How much have you committed yourself to the process? If you haven't, accept responsibility and accountability and make the changes. Blaming people is not going to help you achieve your goal. So in life, teach to see yourselves and everyone around you. There's a goal. Is it 100% what you want? Are you committed to it? Number 2, what is the process? Have I got the right process and am I committed to it? Now, the third part of committing to the process is there may be new habits that you have to develop along the way to commit to this process and achieve the results. Are you willing to adopt? Are you willing to cultivate those new habits? So if you need to cultivate a habit of better sleep, are you doing the right things? If you need to cultivate a habit of mindfulness when you eat, are you doing it? If you're not willing to change certain habits or adopt new habits, you are not committed to the process. If you are not committed to the process, you don't get the result. You can't turn around and blame life and everyone around you. First, take a bunk accountability. Am I committed to the process? Now, sometimes your goal may genuinely change, or your complete process that you've committed to may have to change. Let's say you're committed to a process of XYZ, but now there's a virus. You can't do certain things and stuff. Fine, be ready to change the process. But if you're stubborn, and you're rigid, and you're not going to change the process, you're not going to get the result. So that's the fourth point, flexibility. We have to be okay with ups and downs. So today, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve in life, number 1, have you got the right process? Number 2, are you committed to the process? If you're failing, go back to that process, re-evaluate it, and see what it is that you need to do to stay committed to the process. Are you developing new habits that will help you commit to the process to achieve the result? It's as simple as that. Break it down. You will get your own answers through introspection. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great weekend. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe.